home of fairies and princesses? Then you've come to the right place. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm Patrick Dougall.
And today we got a bunch of little topics we want to talk about before we get on to our main one, because there's been quite a bit of Disney news hitting online recently. One that I read that I actually thought of you immediately, Patrick, because I know you're very excited about, is the Seven Dwarfs mine train walls are down.
Finally. Oh my god.
Have you gone and seen it in person?
I have not.
What I'm hoping this means is that there will be some test runs soon, and I would be more than happy to be the guinea pig on that test run while I'm there in like a week or so. What do you think the probability of that is?
Ooh, I don't know.
And also, like, the parade's ready. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
They've been releasing photos like crazy.
They already had a press event for it.
Yeah, and like it's all over the internet. I say let's just roll that thing out onto Main Street and get going with the parade so that I can see it.
Just for you.
Yeah, it's all selfish reasons. So let's make some phone calls and get that happening.
But yeah, I definitely want to get out there and check out the walls being down, because for the past year and a half when Fantasyland has been open, it really hasn't been open. There was the mine train is such in the middle of the whole thing that you don't really get the feel of a new land until now construction walls are down. So I'm excited to go see it.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. It's just stuck right in the middle of the land. So yeah. I can imagine that was quite an eyesore.
Yeah.
And there's also been some other news in regards to this movie that like I've kind of been hearing rumors about here and there, Walt Before Mickey. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I've actually heard about it a lot since being here in Orlando, because I guess they're filming over here in Florida. Yeah. So a lot of people I know who I'm friends with, even on Facebook, have liked this page for the past 6 or 8 months. So I just keep seeing it in my newsfeed. Yeah,
it keeps popping up more and more here and there, and they finally got me. I liked the page. I'm kind of tentative because I don't think the Disney Corporation has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's based on a book, which I have not read. Diane Disney Miller wrote the foreword to the book. So, I guess she was somewhat involved, or at least okay with the whole book. So, I don't know. Well, the thing that's really got me is the casting. Have you seen?
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
John Heder, a.k.a. Napoleon Dynamite, is playing Roy Disney.
Yeah.
And then we've got Thomas Ian Nicholas from the American Pie films playing Walt Disney, which...
Yeah.
Maybe they'll surprise us?
Maybe.
I don't know.
It's kind of almost, do you remember, what was it, a year or two ago, that poster came out with, what's his name on it? He was on the train.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, yeah.
Yeah, that actually I actually wanted that poster. I was like, I think they just called it Walt, right?
Yeah, I actually wanted to see that movie.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Anybody playing Walt Disney, I think, should be a nobody.
That's true.
It shouldn't be a name, but let's face it, I'll go see it regardless of whether it's a name or not. But also,
it looks interesting.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
Oh, the Walt Before Mickey one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's really not much. I guess there's a book. I could read the book to get info, but it's just supposedly his career in life before Mickey came along. So the whole Oswald the Lucky Rabbit stuff, which is interesting and heartbreaking all at the same time. So hopefully it'll make a good movie. But did you happen to see that Jodie Sweetin is on that cast list?
No.
You know Jodie Sweetin from Full House?
Yeah.
She's in the cast.
Again, awkward. So weird.
I actually thought that she had retired from showbiz, and then I checked her IMDb page, and I was like, oh no, she's been working. Okay. So, good for her. Also, and I don't know if you're excited or not about this, Patrick, but Idina Menzel, it has been officially announced, will be singing at the Oscars. She'll be singing Let It Go from Frozen.
I am excited for this. Only reason is because if it wasn't her, they probably would have pulled, what's her name? Demi. So I would rather have Idina Menzel sing the song than Demi Lovato.
Now, you did not see Idina singing at D23, right? You weren't there for that?
I saw it like through a screen.
Okay. You weren't in the room?
No.
But you saw it at D23 through a screen?
Yeah.
Or? Oh, I didn't even know that they were showing it somewhere else. Interesting. Yeah, let's hope it goes better than that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that was the beginning. I mean, we'll see what happens. But usually for like Oscars and stuff, they practice more.
I would say let's just go full lip sync, just for safety. Let's just lip sync it.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But everyone kind of knew it was coming, I guess. Now, since it's officially announced, we know. But
yeah, what was the year that they had Enchanted out and Kristen Chenoweth sang one of Amy Adams, right? Yeah, one of her songs.
I just remember the year of Tangled. They had both Mandy Moore and Jason Levi.
Zach
Levi. Sorry.
Yeah, I love that song. That's good stuff. Also, a little weird news. Disney's being sued. Yay! For lots of Huggin Bear. Have you heard about this?
I have. Some like stuffed animal place in New Jersey or somewhere.
Yeah. These things drive me crazy. I would be so angry if I were like the Disney Corporation and having to deal with this stuff all the time. It must get very annoying to have people sue you for lots of money just because you have lots of money.
And lots of Huggin Bears.
So the argument is that for Toy Story 3, there's this character, Lotso Huggin Bear, that is kind of, it's turns into like an evil character. And there's this New Jersey company that has a toy called Lots of Hugs Bear, which existed before Toy Story 3. And they're saying that this that because of Toy Story 3, it has affected their sales and future products because this is an unlikable character at this point, which that seems like a crock to me. And they're talking about like some technology that they created as well to hug the bear. And I'm like, I'm sure kids have been hugging bears forever. So
yeah,
it seems weird and a little all over the place. But I just thinking about Toy Story in general, though, I've always been kind of amazed about the legalities that they must actually have to go through to use characters like Barbie and such. Not only for the films, like that I get, like that's a one-shot deal. You make the deal, you pay the money, whatever. But I always find it interesting, like when you go to Toy Story Midway Mania in the parks or something, and you've got Candyland and all of like these iconic brands all over the attraction. And I'm always curious how they get away with that, whether or not they pay more for legal rights when it comes to that stuff. That must be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So
don't work for Disney Legal.
Yeah, seriously. Like that must be a nightmare. But I'm sure.
But how can you trademark a hugging bear? Like,
well, I think it was the name because the names are so close.
Yeah, the name I can say, but like they're talking about the whole like technicality of hugging.
Yeah, I don't.
Come on. I mean, Elmo hugs. You can hug an Elmo. They have Elmo hugging dolls. Like
lots of hugging.
Chill out, New Jersey.
Chill out.
It down.
Yeah.
Your sales are probably down because you're a toy store in New Jersey. Let's be honest.
I think most of the toy stores are East Coast, I think. I know Parker Brothers was, but they're out of business now anyway. But yeah, so that's it, I think, for the most recent news. But we wanted to talk a bit today about back in December of 2009, Disney purchased the rights for $4 billion to the whole Marvel Corporation. Patrick, do you happen to remember your feelings about this back in 2009 when you heard about it?
Since being in Orlando, my first thought was, wait, Universal? ?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because Universal has the entire Marvel Superhero Island. What is the official name? Marvel Island?
Yeah, it's Marvel Superhero Island.
Oh, wow. I thought I made that up. No. Marvel Superhero Island, which is in Universal Studios Islands of Adventure, which has an incredible attraction called the Spider-Man one.
The Amazing Adventures.
The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, which is incredible. I can remember the first time I did that, like, mind blown.
Yes.
So it's an attraction that, it's one of the bigger attractions of the park. They also got the Hulk there. the deal that they have is in perpetuity, so it's not going to go away anytime soon. And the deal also is that the Marvel characters cannot appear in another theme park within a 250-mile radius.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
everyone, I don't know. Is that the real thing? Everyone's been coming up with rumors like, oh, it can't go east of the Mississippi and all this stuff.
What I read was 250-mile radius. Regardless, okay. Walt Disney World is very close to Universal Orlando. So I'm sure whatever the legality is,
it's very weird legal stuff, because even in Epcot in Norway, when they had the first Thor movie come out, they had Thor merchandise in Epcot at Norway.
I never even thought about that. And merchandise is a whole other thing.
However, when they had an Iron Man 3 wrap on the monorail, it had to stay in the Magic Kingdom line, because it couldn't go on the Epcot line, because the monorail would have then went through the Epcot park.
Yes, I heard they had it's
right? Very confusing.
Yeah, so I think that the rule is it cannot be in a theme park. So if it's, like you said, the monorail just goes to the resorts, otherwise, the Magic Kingdom monorail.
Yeah.
So that's bizarre. Talk about a headache. That would drive me crazy. And honestly, I wonder if that's even something that they took into consideration. I'm sure that they're more concerned about making the movies, and that's really where the big dollars will come from when it comes to purchasing Marvel. But I don't know, being a business that theme parks is such a huge part of their business, I would be concerned about that, especially like their biggest resort area.
Well, they're doing a lot of stuff for you guys over at Disneyland, I know. You've gotten the Thor meet and greet, and I know you're having a Captain American meet and greet coming up soon.
Yeah, coming very soon. And so they can do it in other parks. The biggest thing that they've announced is in Hong Kong. They're doing
Iron Man 3 ride.
Yeah, which, the description right now is take flight with Iron Man. So Lord knows what that's going to be. There's not many details out about it. But apparently Iron Man is, like, huge in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
To the point that they actually released a longer version of the movie in Hong Kong with additional scenes. So yeah, Hong Kong's going to get hit with it. Supposedly, I had heard that we were going to get a lot of Marvel stuff here, like as far as attractions. But now they're supposed to take over parts of Tomorrowland. But now we're hearing a lot.
Well, you did have your
Interventions
was taken over by Iron Man. Stark Industries.
Yeah, the upstairs portion. The downstairs we still get the House of the Future.
Oh.
And Patrick's like, must visit that.
We have that here.
Where is it?
It's in our Interventions at Epcot.
Oh, that's right. You guys have an Interventions as well at Epcot.
Yes.
I wish, just bring back the Carousel of Progress to our Interventions. That's where ours is. It's in the old Carousel building. So it spins for no apparent reason. Although I think they've stopped spinning it recently. But yeah, so since we had heard about an overlay of Marvel stuff in Tomorrowland, but now they're I keep hearing a lot more about Star Wars becoming a bigger overlay in Tomorrowland. So I'm not really sure which direction it's going to go. There's been rumors of both. I know I would much prefer seeing a Star Wars thing. I'm not a huge Marvel or superhero fan in general. When I actually heard that they bought Marvel, I did not have a good reaction to it. I was like, what? This ruins everything. But we'll see what happens. And also, not only with the whole Universal theme park legality thing, but there were also other movie studios that had deals. Like, I think it was Sony that has the Spider-Man deal.
Yeah.
And so Disney still has to honor all of those deals that went out prior to them purchasing. So and I'm sure that they're still making money off of it, Disney, but it's kind of a legal nightmare.
I guess it transfers over to whatever, from theme parks to movies to merchandise, I assume, as well.
So maybe in like 50 years, it will all be straightened out. And then, yeah. And I wonder if they made any movie off of the Broadway show, Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
For their sake, I hope not.
Hey, that show ran a lot longer than I ever expected to. I actually saw it, like, during the preview process. It was supposed to have opened by the time I went to see it, but they kept delaying the official opening, so I saw it during the preview process. That was an experience. Let's just leave it at that. That was an experience. So you guys don't have any Marvel characters in the parks though, right?
No, not at Disney.
Oh, I was like, well, where would they be? And then I realized you were talking to Universal. I was like,
you can meet Captain America at Disneyland, or you can meet him at Islands of Adventure.
That's so bizarre. Like, I literally can't even get over that. That's just the weirdest thing to me. So we'll see what happens in the future. It looks like, to sum it up, it's most likely nothing Marvel will really be in the Disney parks in Florida.
No, not for a while, at least. I don't even know what the contract is. If it's timed, or if it's indefinite, or...
From what I read, and who knows if you can believe what you read on the internet, but supposedly it's forever. Like, Universal has the rights to use them in that Islands of Adventure theme park forever. So I know that they kind of lucked out a little bit here, because we didn't have any Marvel rides at our Universal Hollywood, but we did have the characters in the park, and they even had a Marvel store that, right as this whole weird Disney purchase was going on, they kind of just let their contract end over at Universal. So it was kind of good timing for Disney's sake. I thought it was actually kind of silly that Universal didn't renew it, because those characters were really popular in the parks. But as far as I know, anyway. But yeah, so they lucked out here, because can you imagine if they had the same type of legality here? It'd be like,
yeah,
you can't have it in either of the U.S. parks. That'd be crazy. But so no characters in Florida. We got characters here. Looks like it's going to Hong Kong. Haven't heard anything about Paris, and who knows what's going to happen in Shanghai. What is happening in Shanghai?
I don't know.
Me either.
They broke ground a while ago.
It'll open when Avatar opens.
Yeah.
That and Avatar and Mine Trains we'll just keep waiting for.
We'll be waiting and waiting and waiting.
That's funny.
Now, wait, as far as, now since Disney owns Marvel, then we have the whole series of the movie line.
Yeah, which is making bank for them.
Yeah, almost all of them are making, hitting the 1 billion mark anyway, so their 4 billion investment was kind of...
Well,
perfect.
Yeah, but you also got to take into effect what it costs to make the film and market the film.
Oh, yeah, but for the longevity of this, it was a great deal.
It was a great deal as far as dollars is concerned. My whole argument with purchasing these outside sources is, like, I don't think it's any secret that Disney has struggled but wanted to get young male viewers for their film. Like, I think they feel like they're princesses and little girls, and that's what they're known for. And they're like, well, we want young guys. And personally, me, if that's what you want, okay. I say be happy with what you've got. But if that's really what they want, go ahead and do stuff like Pirates of the Caribbean, which gets that young male viewership. And at least it's something that's being grown out of your own company. To me, just buying a company that basically did that work for you is just lazy.
Yeah.
I get it. It happens all the time. But it's just lazy and confusing. Like, I don't know, there's just always this... I can remember when they announced this, and like all over the trades and magazines were just images of Spider-Man with the Mickey ears on. And I'm like, it's just such a weird thing to even think about, and it just seems like everybody owns everything these days. And if you look at one corporation and you see everything else that they own, it's like, oh my god, like these things are all connected, and it just makes for a giant mess. It would be nice if like one company was just one company and you knew what it was, you know?
Well, like you said earlier, I agree. I would much rather have seen Star Wars take a bigger component into the parks, and hopefully it does. I mean, because Star Wars has always been kind of a part of the Disney parks. It's not that much of an impact than Marvel, who's just coming in here and like, oh, we're here at Disney.
it's not as much of a shock, but at the same time, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, when they bought Lucasfilm, I think it would be hilarious if they're like, okay, we got Lucasfilm, what can we do with it? Let's do something with Howard the Duck, and I think Willow was Lucasfilm as well, right?
Mm-hmm. But for me, I guess maybe not in your area, but in Hollywood studios, Star Wars Weekends has been a huge part of Disney for a while now. So for me, Star Wars in the parks isn't really a big deal more than Marvel. Yeah, the Star Wars Weekends has never come here. I remember being in Florida once during a Star Wars weekend, and it's kind of cool. They got a lot of stuff going on, and George Lucas has always been a huge Disney fan, so you gotta love him. Have you seen the video when they sold, what was it, $4.4 billion for the Lucasfilm thing? Have you seen the video of him actually signing over the rights to Bob Iger? No.
Oh, Patrick, YouTube it. It's so sad. Like, I can't even imagine being him in that moment, signing, I mean, essentially his life away, his entire career away. That's, oh God, it breaks my heart to even think about it. It's crazy. And obviously he did it by choice, and he made $4.4 billion, which he then gave all of it away, which is just awesome on so many levels. When I read that, I was just like, oh my Lord, as if I didn't love George Lucas enough already. You just gave all of that money away to charity. You're amazing. That man is a god. Regardless of what you think of his newer films or whatever.
I was gonna say, do you remember the 1 through 3 prequels?
I actually, I don't hate them nearly as much as a lot of people do. I actually really love Episode 3. But you know what? You know what I love about George Lucas is the fact that he was like, look, I'm gonna make what I want to make, and if you don't like it, that's fine. And very few people are in the position to be able to do that. And I feel like so many people are just trying to please everybody else. I think what he did is awesome. And though I don't agree with, like, I didn't like everything about them, who cares? If that's what he wanted to do, good for him. I wish more people would make movies like that, but you can't, because we don't all have like $5 billion sitting in the bank. So, yay, George Lucas.
Anyway, so did you say you're not a huge like Marvel fan?
I'm just in general. I'm to be honest, I'm sick of superheroes in movies. Like, it's just overdone in my book. I can't even remember the last one I went to see. I went and saw The Amazing Spider-Man. I used to, when it comes to superhero movies, I used to check out the Spider-Mans and the Supermans. And those were the ones I liked. I saw some of the Batmans as well. But I've just never been a huge superhero guy to begin with. I'm assuming you check them all out, because you check out all the big movies.
Yeah, it's a pretty good slate that's coming. I mean, we just had the sequel to Thor, back in November. We have Captain America, the Winter Soldier, coming out next month. And then in the summer, we have Guardians of the Galaxy, which I'm really excited for, because that's a little different. And Chris Pratt is in it, who I'm a big fan of. He was in the Lego movie.
Wait a second, Guardians of the Galaxy, is that Marvel?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have, this is like, they're breaking it up into like sections. Like, we've already gone through the Marvel Phase 1 section. Now we're kind of in the Marvel Phase 2 section, which after Guardians of the Galaxy, I think next is the second Avengers movie, which is Age of Ultron. So there's a pretty good slate of Marvel movies that Disney has to work with coming up.
The thing about it seems like with superhero movies and like Star Wars films, you're basically printing money.
Exactly.
Like it's gonna make money, and that's the thing. Even if it's terrible, even if it gets bad reviews, people are gonna go see it. Doesn't mean they're gonna like it, but they're gonna go see it. It's gonna make so much money. It's gonna be crazy. So they definitely are going to get the bang for their buck, I think, as far as the Marvel purchase is concerned. The theme park thing is what really freaks me out, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Any last things you want to say about this before we go into our trivia?
I'm excited to see where it goes. Hopefully it doesn't end up in like cheaply in the theme parks. I hope they put some thought into it if they do anything over at Disneyland.
Yeah, I'm still. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it on that.
Speechless.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I'm just concerned. Is the word
it's
I would
there.
use.
It's not going away. So
exactly. Maybe they. You know, what would be interesting. Maybe they can do like a Marvel / Incredibles show. How cool would that be?
Well, they did already have going back to it. They had that Marvel Phineas and Ferb crossover.
Well, where was that?
It was on Disney Channel.
Oh goodness, what did they do?
They brought in like Spider-Man and all this stuff, but I just remember I didn't actually watch it. I just remember it from D23. But yeah, so they've already crossed it over into like Disney Channel and stuff.
Yes,
so.
see, that's the stuff that weirds me out. Like, even being a huge Star Wars fan, I always find it weird to see like the little action figures they have of Mickey dressed as a Jedi. I don't know why. It just seems wrong to me. And then they've even got something weirder where they've got the Muppet characters dressed up in Star Wars costumes. So it's like a crossover of a crossover. It's the weirdest thing that they've got going on. But, I guess they're trying to make it all one universe. So
see, I'm fine with Star Wars. I love Star Wars Weekend, Disney. I love Star Wars everything.
I love Star Wars as well. It's just, yeah, Star Wars is great.
I mean, at Star Wars Weekend, you can meet Mickey, Jedi Mickey, Princess Leia, Minnie, Chippendale Ewoks. It's great.
Chippendale Ewoks, that must be adorable.
They're so cute.
I haven't seen
Donald's the Stormtrooper, Goofy's Darth Vader. It's great.
I think that, assuming that they build their whole expansion in Tomorrowland here, I'm assuming that we're probably going to get Star Wars weekends at some point. Wouldn't you think?
Maybe.
I would assume so.
If Disney decides to expand on Star Wars, Disney, if you're listening, an indoor X-Wing TIE Fighter roller coaster would sound really cool. Thank you.
Done. So, Space Mountain?
But indoor TIE Fighter, it's like a dueling indoor roller coaster.
Okay.
TIE Fighter versus X-Wing.
How many times have you ever been the Jedi, the Rebel spy on the new Star Tours?
I have.
Me too. How
It's
exciting!
Fun. I try to make as soon as I sit down, I try to make the stupidest looking face so I get picked.
Yeah, they always say look forward, like don't be turned around or looking to your side. Just make sure when you get in your seat, look forward. And I don't know, it's not a particular chair they choose, right?
No, it's any. But sometimes I know there's a random selection, so sometimes the person who's doing the flight thing can actually pick one, or it can just be random.
Yeah.
If they're lazy.
I was very, very excited to be chosen as the Rebel spy. I was like, awesome! Good moment. Good moment. Anywho, Patrick, shall we move on to trivia for today?
We shall.
Shall I do the asking first, or would you like to ask me?
You can ask first.
Okay. So, we all know about the Buzz Lightyear rides that are in the Disney theme parks, correct?
Yes.
Did you know that they all have different names? Or most of them have different names.
Oh, Lord.
It's all the same similar attraction where
yes.
It's the laser target shooting game thing. So let's start off with Florida. You must know the name of that one.
Hopefully, this will be embarrassing if I don't. I know the word spin is in it.
Okay.
Buzz...
I'll give you a hint. The first part is his name.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear.
What did you just call him?
Buzz Lightyear.
Lightyear.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Sorry, I'm thinking of like the wheels on Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin.
Yes, there you go. Did you just look at something? Did you just read something?
No, I was looking at you. I'm like looking in the thing.
Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin.
Yes.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, I don't know if this is 100% on fact base, but I believe it opened in Florida first, and they thought that the main appeal of the attraction was the fact that you can spin your vehicle by yourself, which is why they call it Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. What they realized was something else became more popular in the attraction. So when it headed to other parks, it got a different name. So California and Hong Kong share a name for the attraction. Do you know what that is?
Does it start with Buzz Lightyear?
Yep, it does.
Buzz Lightyear. Space Ranger.
No.
Buzz Lightyear. Oh, man.
It has to do with the guns.
Laser.
No.
Adventure.
Oh, well, okay, let's go with what you just had. Buzz Lightyear Laser. We're going to Paris now. Buzz Lightyear Laser...
Adventure.
Blast. The Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast is in Paris. In California and Hong Kong, it's called the Buzz Lightyear Astro Blaster.
Huh.
Yeah. So you learned something new.
I do know. What I did learn is on yours you get a free picture, and ours we don't.
Did they don't take a photo at all in yours?
Do they? No. Maybe. No.
I always look like an idiot.
No, maybe. I don't. I'm actually embarrassed. I don't know. I know it's not free.
I always feel like an idiot when I see the photo from that one, because I always just have like such a really serious face, because I'm trying to like concentrate and shoot stuff. There's not like a fun moment where you're scared or something that they get you. I'm just like, huh? It's quite boring. Anywho, what do you got for me today?
All right, this was kind of easy and kind of hard if you can't visualize it.
Oh, okay.
There are 5 animals on the Animal Kingdom logo.
Oh, Lord.
Do you know what those 5 animals are?
Okay, I'm going to start with the one that I know for sure. There's a dragon on there.
Yes.
Which was for their Beastly Kingdom, which never happened.
Yes.
Which I'm a little surprised they never changed the logo, to be honest. There are 5 animals. I'm going to go with an elephant, because I love elephants. I'm just trying to think of like what animals would have really cool silhouettes. I'm gonna go with a lion.
Yes. 2 more. One of them, it like you said before, it corresponds to the land.
It corresponds to the land. I don't think there's a dinosaur beyond the dragon. Is there a dinosaur? So there's a dinosaur and a dragon. Is it a brontosaurus or brachiosaurus?
It's actually a stegosaurus.
Oh, stegosaur, okay. And I want to say a rhinoceros for some reason.
In the order, it's lion, elephant, dragon, dinosaur, and...
It's not a rhino?
It's not a rhino. Smaller animal.
Is it a bug of some sort?
No, it is not. It's actually... Oh, you want to get?
Wait.
You'd see it on a safari. It's very common.
Is it like a little Timon? A little... what is it?
It's a gazelle.
Oh, okay.
So you have it goes, like, it kind of goes up and then down. So you have lion, elephant, dragon, dinosaur, gazelle.
Cute.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I didn't realize there was a dragon and a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll transform the dragon once Avatar opens.
To, like... Well, no. I mean, they can just say it's one of the dragons that they ride or whatever.
Sure, yeah. They knew from the start. They're like, yeah we're going to do this thing. Cool. Awesome. Anything you want to add before we sign off?
Nope.
That was awesome, Patrick. Good. Nice. Cool. Well, till next time, we will see you next time. Keep tuning in to Disney Coast to Coast. Talk to you later, Patrick.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.